Half of the game of success, honestly, is just being organized. Everything's in one place, everything is organized, tagged, stored, and ready to take action on. A step above that is being able to visualize everything. And now, because of AI and Claude, you'll see just how easy it is to turn a text into whiteboards that you could interact with and use to organize your life. This is something I use all the time, whether it's organizing my team, creating whiteboards for clients, or creating whiteboards to film for YouTube videos like this. And by the end of this video, you're gonna have the exact 2 free tools I use to do just this using Claude Code and a simple setup guide. So you can stop spending hours staring at a blank canvas and dragging and drop shapes and diagrams and connecting them with arrows and text boxes. You can avoid all of that. You don't need design experience. All you need is Claude and these 2 free tools. And it's much easier than you think. And if you stay till the end of the video, I'll be giving you the 3 tips I give Claude to make sure it's the best whiteboard creator ever. Let's hop into it. And just to show you how powerful this is, because I actually use this in practice almost every single day, I was vibe coding a marketing platform for my company the other day, and I just wanted to see where I needed to start. The data layers, what I needed to include, and all of this, every single one of these tabs, like every single layer, every single thing that we're doing, everything came directly from Claude. This entire diagram, all of the colors and the shapes and the diagrams you're seeing directly from Claude. So I'm gonna show you how to set this up. Here's another example. I sort of visualize how I am using software to automate marketing, my social media, all of those things. So I created this and also created my AI content engine. So just help me visualize this, because again, if you're in Claude Code, everything is all over the place. You could see it in markdown files, you can see blobs of code, but I'm a visual learner. I'm sure you are as well. It's very awesome to see here. You can see how far you could take it. This is all one-shotted. This one is a little bit more messy, but this is my entire revenue flywheel for my company. All right, so you can see exactly how powerful this is. So you could go from code or text to clean imagery instantly. And again, you don't need Figma or drag and drop design skills. You just describe what you want, use these different plugins, and you're good to go. So we're gonna dive into the 2 free tools, when to use which one, how to install them, and then the tips I personally use to make sure that you're not getting slop, or you don't have to readjust it, that you're getting a pretty good 85 to 90% perfect workflow every single time. Then you could adjust the little minute details from there. Just to get your head thinking about how many different use cases there are here are a few different use cases I personally use, which you could also adapt for yourself. One is an org chart, so just seeing my editors, my thumbnail designers, my media people, my CSMs, like where does everyone fall into place? Obviously, I'm the CEO, so I'd be at the top, and then everything trickles down. I can just see it in one single view. Next is content creation and video. So just like this whiteboard or the whiteboards I just showed you, I use it for content creation. I have a video on how to create presentations that you might want to watch next using AI after you watch this one. That's another big use case for me. Process flows and funnels. So my marketing offers, how everything works together, my upsells, downsells, cross sells for our company and our agency, everything, just visualizing the customer journey is so important to me. And it's really important if you're running a business. Just seeing that in one single place is awesome. And Claude does that for me. And this quite literally is a visual designer on call. Don't have to pay them, no hourly rates. It's instant. Now, I will say this before we dive into the setup right now. You have to have good information in your actual Claude to make this happen, right? A good diagram is only as good as the text it's creating a diagram on, right? So if your Claude code is not set up correctly, if your Claude is not configured correctly, make sure you watch my other video. It should pop up on screen right now, or you can check it out on my channel, and set up Claude correctly. Folder structures, team structures, correct markdown files, knowledge-based files, all those different things. You need that. Then this becomes super powerful. So make sure you tackle that first. And now let's get into the setup. If you guys want to follow along more in depth, I put all of the prompts I'll be covering in this video, and even some I won't be covering in this video, for completely free down below. If you want to grab those, download them, and follow along with this video. Now, let's get into the setup of the first tool. This is called Excalidraw. If you go to excalidraw.com, it's an actual website as well. So you can see this is my Excalidraw right here. Yours might not look the same because I do pay for the paid plan. It's like $7 a month, I believe. It's worth it for me. We can make collections and different things like that. But outside of the web hosted version, which they actually have a free plan for this, so you could use this for completely free. They also have a local version, which you could download and use in Claude Code. So if you want to use this on the web, cool. If you want to use this within Claude Code, cool. And I'm going to show you sort of how the 2 interact right now. And what this is best for is hand-drawn looks and sketches, videos, presentations, and brainstorms. Again, you could go here or here. I'm going to show you this in a second. And it's 100% free if you want to use it offline. Again, I only pay for it because I could collaborate with my team if I have a paid version, but it's very worth it. So if you want to check out my older videos, they're pretty much all Excalidraw diagrams just like this. Now, if you go to excalidraw.com and sign up for a free account, boom, you could use it. It's a drag and drop whiteboard. That's nothing crazy. How do we use this within Claude Code? So first, if you haven't downloaded Claude Code, just literally look up Claude Code Setup. It's going to be the quick start doc. You're going to download and install Claude Code. It will take you no less than 5 minutes. If you already have this done, the next steps are super simple. We're going to head over to Claude Code. I have it open in VS Code. If you want to use it in the terminal, it also works there. We're going to go to extensions. You're going to see Excalidraw. Now, if you're using this terminal, the setup might be a little bit different. I believe you can do it, but use it in VS Code. VS Code's more clean in my opinion. Anyways, what we're going to be doing is connecting the plugin or the extension of Excalidraw in VS Code. All right. And it's going to allow us to create these diagrams using Claude Code. Now, if you're confused here, This is just an extension for Visual Studio Code. It's all it is. So if you click on it right here, you can download. This is the one I have downloaded. I believe it's downloaded by under 400,000 people. So you could download this, you could run it, it'll say install, and you're good to go from there. What it's going to do is when we set this up properly, it's going to communicate in the code language that Excalidraw operates on, right? Which I believe is .xml or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but whatever code language it uses, honestly, you don't even have to know. It'll figure it out for you, right? So extensions in VS Code are how you're going to download Excalidraw and then Claude Code if you don't have it, which I'm assuming majority of you guys already do. So this is the one that you would use right here, right? So that is how you do it. Now, once that is installed, what you're going to do is something along the lines of this. Now, I have a skill called Excalidraw, script to Excalidraw. So it takes my YouTube videos and turns them into Excalidraw boards. If you don't have this skill, we'll just say something like this. I've installed my VS Code plugin and Excalidraw. I want to create an Excalidraw whiteboard covering the 5 steps or the 3 steps of the content funnel. Top, middle, and funnel. I just want to visualize that. It's a very simple diagram. I just want to be able to see it. So that's all we're going to do. We're just going to give it a very simple prompt there, and Claude's going to go ahead and generate this. It's going to use the extension of Excalidraw to make code that Excalidraw can read and visualize. Now it's going to call in my skill. If you even don't have this skill set up, it works in the exact same way. While this goes, you can see this is another whiteboard I have, right? Now you're like, what on earth is this? Hit this little button. It's like magic. It turns into your actual Excalidraw board. So again, it's writing code here, and this code will manifest into the whiteboard here, right? So that's all that is happening. So I'm gonna open up this big blob of code. What does this mean? I don't really care. Now, if I open up there's the content funnel, top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom funnel. Beautiful. Now, the awesome part about this is what I just showed you is in VS Code and Claude Code. If you wanted to bring it over to the website version, so I'm in the website version right now, all you have to do is that file was already written by Claude Code. You can visualize it in Claude Code. You can make changes in Claude Code, totally fine. You could also drag it into excalidraw.com that's on the web. So I have 2 monitors set up. On the top monitor, I have what we just created together. Literally gonna drag it down. You can see it right here. There you go. So we just created a diagram from just using our language and made it in Claude Code, and visualized it in Claude Code, but I could also drag it in here as well. So if you're collaborating with your team members, it's really cool because they could like pick it up from here or do whatever. But it's a really interactive way to go ahead and build diagrams. And you could, again, facilitate it in a bunch of different ways. As long as you set it up just like I did with the extension in VS Code, that's all you have to do. And as promised, you could get a little bit more complex and fine tune this a little bit, right? So here are a few ways I made this skill even better. So if you were just to do this right now, it probably won't look what I just showed you because that took a little bit of fine tuning. You need to tell it structure and color and arrows and just make sure it looks nice. And obviously it knows a lot about my company, so it drew in text like here, here as well, right? So you have to make it actually work. You could turn this into a skill by just going to Claude Code and say, hey, create me an Excalidraw skill about my company, and then you could do a / command and start to make the diagrams that way. If you don't understand that, drop a comment. I'll create another video about it. Very easy to create skills in Claude. What else I did here, I give it a self-critique loop. So when it actually goes ahead and generates, it generates the first thing of code Claude does, and then Claude will look at that code and say, does this look good? Does the colors match? Does it make sense in the greater context of what we're trying to do? And it will rework that code until it's happy with it, and then it will give it to me. Then I visualize it, right? So that's the first thing is you can just tell Claude to self-critique the Excalidraw diagram it's making. The other thing is just variance, right? So you want to ideally, and this is why I recommend starting for free potentially, because I have all of these different diagrams here. This is a massive video I made. I made this all by hand because I was using this long before Claude Code was even around to help me with this, right? All these graphics, all these different things here. Make these graphics, take an hour, then you could give it to Claude, because again, this is just code. Like all of this, it's literally just code. Claude will see it in code. You see it with a diagram point of view. They also have a library, so I built a lot of this from the library right here. You could download it. I use Claude for this now. There we go. You could save file, and then you could give it to Claude and say, hey, this is an amazing presentation. I really like the way that this presentation turned out. Please use this to train how you come up with the Excalidraw code going forward. So you give it references, right? Instead of it creating it from scratch, take an hour, take 2 hours, create some diagrams and some flows you really like. Also use the templates that they have built into Excalidraw right here. There's so many things in here, guys. If you go to the Excalidraw library, and you actually look up whatever you want and browse the library, look how many things are here. It's insane. They have all of these things you could download and just start running with. So if you do that, set it up, download the Excalidraw file, it'll be .excalidraw, give it to Claude, say, hey, when you create me diagrams, make them look like this. All right, so those are my hacks for you, are to have it self-critique and then give it reference variance. Okay, those are 2 big hacks that will make the Excalidraw skill much better in practice. Also in the same way, give it pictures and give it logos. All right, so if you use the same picture over, I use my company website all the time, I use my YouTube channel all the time, give it those pictures and give it real logos so it doesn't have to guess. So for one of them, if you go back to the beginning of the video, you can see it drew in perfect logos of Claude, ChatGPT, Canva, YouTube, because I give it the actual logos in the skill. So if you create the skill, give it reference logos, or it might go back and forth with you and it's just unnecessary. So set it up with logos and real pictures, set it up with variants and like examples involved. So give it examples and then give a self-critique loop as well. That's how you get the most out of Excalidraw. Like this is not bad at all. So you could turn something like that into stunning diagrams just like this. I'll drag one more in for you guys. Just drag that in. Look, that's an entire end-to-end diagram about my YouTube pre-production process. And then from here, I can edit it. I can do whatever I want to it. All right. And I have dozens of these and it's almost infinite what you could do. And it's high quality. It works. It's instant. That is how you create Excalidraw skill, which is number one. Number two, we have draw.io. It's much more clean and proper in my opinion. It's best for client decks, organization charts, etc. Excalidraw is more messy and more like, I won't say kid-like, but it's just more messy. This is more structured. It's 100% free. And this is how you download it. Just like you did Excalidraw, you're going to go to VS Code and we're going to go hit the plugin. So let's go to our code right here. I actually got to grab it. All right, there we go. Just going to X this out. We're going to go back to extensions. We're going to look for draw.io. There we go. It's by this guy right here. Has 3.7 million people using it. People love this one. Just going to hit install. It's installed. Now you're good to go. Now let's do it in a little example. It works in the same way that Excalidraw does. Again, it's just a little bit cleaner in my opinion. So let's open up a new instance right here. Using draw.io, please map out my content production process. And for every single social media platform, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and LinkedIn, let's start there. Give it different tabs at the bottom. Recall, again, going back to the best diagrams that I've made, this is probably my favorite one. Click on here again. You can see that it does a really good job of everything, right? So it gives you tabs at the bottom. You have a whole navigation bar on the left here. And this, by the way, I don't access this on the web. I know they probably have a web page or something. I just do this all in Claude Code. It's easy enough for me to actually manipulate in here. So I don't have to leave, which is like a really good benefit. The only downside, if you're collaborating, you can't collaborate because this is local on your machine. All right. So that's the first thing. But you have so much stuff here that you could choose from and do, and you could see, so like, let me go back here. Whenever you make changes, it's going to have this little white dot right here. If you could see this, and if I try to exit out, it's going to ask me to save it, right? So that's how you know you're making changes and the code is updating on the back end, right? So it's like a live thing. You could use it in whatever way you want. It's a bunch of cool stuff that you could do. And it nails it. Like these are really, really awesome. This is literally the Attract AI Marketing OS. This is how it works. This is how we're building it. This is how everything works together. It's clean and it does it everything in the first breath, really. Now I have another skill called Draw.io Architect. I just make it a little bit better, right? So the plugin, the extension will work right out of the box. It's cool. It's good to go, but skill makes it a little bit better. If you want my skills and my plug and play templates from there, join our AI marketing community down below. You'll love it in there. It's everything I've learned doing over $1 million for myself and my clients with AI, marketing, design, creatives, scripting, all these different things. So you can grab that more in depth down below there. I'm gonna see a yes for the sake of this video. Yes, this is accurate. Go ahead and create it. What it's gonna do, just like Excalidraw, it's going to make the code that lives behind the scenes here. So let's see if I could click back into the code. I'm not gonna save this. I'm just gonna do a basic version. And the skill is meant to really dive into like what I do. That's why it's asking me all these questions, all right? Which I don't wanna answer right now, but it's just for the sake of this video. It's going to, XML, it's gonna make the draw.io code in XML, and then we visualize it in Claude Code. It's going to read our templates. Again, give it reference images and templates. It's going to read my brand style. Make sure I have all this set up properly. Now it's going to build the 4-tab diagram. I love the tabs on draw.io more than anything because it's super organized and it's fluent, especially for my YouTube videos. If you guys watch my YouTube videos, by the way, if you learn anything here and you like this video, please drop a like and a subscribe. It really helps me out, and I post every other day. So you'll see more videos just like this on your feed. But the tabs at the bottom are all my YouTube videos. It's so awesome for organization because usually YouTube is like the hook and then the body and then body 1, 2, 3, and then call to action. Those could just be tabs at the bottom of draw.io. So it's really helpful for me, and I like that much more than Excalidraw. And while that's cooking up, my sort of rule of thumb here is Excalidraw is more informal and creative. Like you can do a lot more stuff there. Draw.io is more formal and polished. And I think it's a little bit more organized. It's more like clean cut, in my opinion. Again, the drawback here, though, is that at least to my knowledge, Excalidraw is better for collaboration. Draw.io isn't. I'm sure if you just like go to draw.io, you could see what is possible here. So like this is what it is. And you can share it, to be fair. But I don't think the sharing experience is as good as something like Excalidraw. And this is still going right here. So it takes its time. Tips for better diagrams all around is iterate, don't restart. So if something is wrong, say, hey, keep this at all costs, but change X, Y, Z. It's a really good way so it doesn't like restart every single time. Keep it focused as much as you can. For content creation and things of that nature, you want to try to keep it minimal so you can explain on top of it. So for my content creators, I know there's a lot of you guys out there watching these videos. Make sure that you're not writing everything on the screen. Make sure it's more like diagrams and stuff you could explain on top of. Otherwise, you're going to lose a lot of viewer retention. And then be specific with what you want. These are smart models. They're going to understand it. Be specific. All right, so that just wrapped up. It took about 3.5 minutes, was timing that. And this is what it did. Give me 4 tabs, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, exactly what I asked for, which is awesome. I'm gonna click into this. Again, it's gonna open up a blob of code, which is totally fine for our use case. And then we are going to click this, click it again, move it over here, like working on the left side of my VS Code, drag all this out, and there we go. All right, so we have YouTube, video idea, research, script, presentation, title, thumbnail, film brief, tele-TV, post-production, review, publish. Pretty much, and you can see, if you guys are content creators, I use Claude for mostly all of this. If you haven't checked out my Claude content ideation creation guide. Check that out down below. One of the videos that got the most amount of traction recently. People love that one. You can do content with Claude all day. Next, we have Instagram. Yep, that's what I do. TikTok. Yep, that's what I do. And LinkedIn, pretty much what I do. But it's not about what I do here. It's about the visuals. Like how easy that was. 4 tabs. Boom. I'm organized. And again, I could add on to this. So if I wanted to copy this and paste it and do a bunch of stuff with it, boom, then I could change it. And then again, the code will change. So it's always there. All right. So when I have that and it's there, what I do next is I say, hey, visualize this. Because I might see something that I missed within the file that I see visually. I'm like, oh, wait, that's actually not right. Change that, change this, change that. So I highly recommend to download this. It's free and you can start visualizing your things so you can pick up on more, because I think most of us out there, we like to see rather than like read. And especially when you're looking at code all day, it gets a lot. Please use these things to make sure you're more accurate with your builds and just visualize things overall more. It's super helpful, it's free to use, and it's easy. I'm gonna wrap up the video right there. Again, I have a completely free starter pack down below. If you want the actual skills to just plug and play and take from me, that will be in our marketing community down below. If you like videos like this and you learn something, drop me a like, and I will see you in the next video. Here, build this. Let me know what you guys are building. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I answer all of them, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.